the thing. The kind of half-baked cockamamie, I heard my friend did this kind of schemes, right? Call them schemes, plans, designs, whatever you want to call them. Like David was talking about, not unusual. Okay, not at all unusual. The problem is that when you do something like that, oh, I'm gonna put the money into your account so they don't see it over here, right? It's like, how long you think that's gonna work? How long are you gonna get away with that? And what's the point of getting away with it? And it screws up David. It screws up the person who's quote unquote holding the money for you, right? So there's just all kinds of badness that happens when you do that. And I'm aware that, and I think it's unfair, that if you follow the rules, because you didn't write the rules and neither did I, right? Our duly elected representatives appointed the people who eventually wrote the rules. So somehow or other, it all comes back to us. But the point is that if you follow the rules, then you get the benefits, right? And the difference between following the rules and cobbling something up from whatever you think might work it's night and day. It's just night and day. I mean, if you do it correctly, you get the benefits. If you don't do it correctly, right, and they figure out what you did, well, number one, it's probably not going to work in the first place. And number two, when you get caught, now you're in big trouble. Who wants to be in big trouble? His brother's 88 years old, or at least in his 80s, right? He's got issues and stuff like this. And like, look, I get the idea of not wanting to pay the government twice. I'm fine with that, 100% about that. But you have to follow the rules. You didn't steal the money. You got the money through the rules, right? By showing up on time, doing a good job, what have you. Maybe cousin and brother invested in some property or inherited. I don't know what happened. I don't know how they got it. But the point is that they did get it. It got sold, and now they're going to get some money from it. Well, if you're getting subsidized housing, if you're getting Medicare, Medicaid, right, then there are rules that apply to you getting the benefits. That's just the way it is, dude. Okay? And you got to comply with the rules. But the problem is that people think, oh, if I just do this, I just do that, and they know they're not complying with the rules. They think that'll save it, but it won't. It's the opposite way. It goes the opposite way around. Instead of you saving everything, you lose everything, right? And then you're in trouble, and your family members are in trouble. Whereas if you follow the rules, yeah, and I know it's complex. It is, but 33 years and still doing it, going on 34. When you follow the rules, you can get what you have earned. Why do you deserve it? Because you earned it. Who paid for it? You paid for it. Why are you paying twice? You don't have to pay twice. All right. So that's what this planning that we're doing here is all about, whether it's crisis planning, and we're seeing more and more folks who haven't done very much planning, but don't want to settle for nothing. Right? Don't want to go down to zero. So we have more and more people who are finally waking up to the idea that, look, I can actually play by the rules and I can get protection for a certain amount of my money. If it's a married couple, we can say practically everything for the spouse. All right. If brother there over in Detroit was married, we could say pretty much everything for that spouse. Okay. If you're single, we can save about half. Just figure it that way. And every case is unique, and you got to look at facts and circumstances. And is it more than 50% sometimes? Yeah, a lot. Is it less than 50% sometimes? Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's less than 50. It just depends on the individual situation. I mean, there's nothing new about that. But you do have to follow the rules in order to get the benefits and sleep at night. I enjoy sleeping. I enjoy sleeping at night. I think it's an important thing. And if you're playing games with the government, it's like David said, Uncle Sam, Uncle Sam gonna figure it out and gonna come after you, right? Sooner or later. And where's the goodness? Where's the goodness in that? So the point is that uh so much of this backyard fence, Uncle Charlie did it, so and so did it, it's gonna be great, it'll work. It's and I won't kid you, people do get away with it. You see, that's the thing, is that do they catch everybody? No. So if you heard a story about somebody who did something, we put this one's name in it, and that's all we did. Well, number one, they probably don't know what they're talking about, right? Number one. Number two, even if they violated the rules when they did it, they may have gotten away with it, right? Well, I'm not into getting away with things. I'm into saying, what are the rules? Let's follow the rules, do what the rules tell us to do. And if we do, then we'll get the benefits. And if we don't, then we won't. And fair enough. Okay. Because there's plenty of stuff you can do when you follow the rules to get the benefits that you've earned. You don't have to go broke in long-term care. Doesn't have to be that scary a thing. Right? You just plan for it, and it's like, okay, I'd like to leave a stepping stool for the next generation. I'd like to help my kids out. I'd like to, you know, preserve and pass on some of what I've earned. I get that. 100% I get that. Right? But you got to do it the right way, or it's just grief for everybody.